Hello, my name is Dominique, and today I'm going to show you a free program that you can use in order to create high quality desktop recording. And so for this, we're going to use Open Broadcaster software, which you can download again for free at obsproject.com. And when you visit their page, this is what it'll look like. All you need to do is go ahead and download the software right here on the right where it says Get OBS Beta for Windows 7 or 8. Click on that. That'll start the download process, and once that is completed, all you have to do is click on it, select yes, and go through the installer. Agree. The process is rather quick. Click finish, and you're all done. And this is what it'll look like. Open Broadcast software. Alright, whenever you first open up your program, this is what it's going to look like, except for a few things. Down here where it says sources, this whole box will be blank, and this preview screen above it will be blank as well. Now the reason you're seeing something right now is because I'm actually using Open Broadcaster software to record my desktop. So from here on out, everything that you see will be by using Open Broadcaster software. And typically this program is used to stream video games online, but what we're going to do today is go through the settings, and I'm going to show you exactly what to change in order to turn this into a powerful desktop recording software. So let's start by clicking down, opening settings, and we'll go through these and I'll show you exactly what I use. Under general, there's nothing to change here, so let's go to encoding. Now, under encoding, video encoding, where it says use CBR, make sure that box is not checked. Below it, quality balance, drop that down and select 10. Where it says max bitrate, the box beside that, type in 5000. And over here on the right hand side where it says use custom buffer size, go ahead and check that box. Below it, buffer size, type in 0 into the space beside it. Now, under audio encoding, you can leave things as they are, but I like to encode at a higher bit rate, meaning higher quality. So over here where it says bit rate, drop this down. I choose 256. You can go higher or lower depending on what you're going for, but my little sweet spot is 256. So from there, click apply, and let's move on to broadcast settings. Now for broadcast settings, where it says mode, drop that down. We want to choose file output only. This will enable us to get that local recording. And the file path, this is where you can tell the program exactly where you want your video recordings to live. But what I've done is I've created a folder exclusively for saving all these recordings. And what I do is open browse, click desktop, choose this folder, and then you can name it whatever you want to. Let's just go OBS new, and that could be whatever name you want it to be, but that's what I'm gonna choose right now. This new recording 9, that's actually what is being recorded as we speak, so that's why this is there. But once you choose your name, click save, and that is exactly where all your new recordings are going to live. Everything else is fine. We'll click apply and move on to video. For video, don't really have to change much. Let's go down here to FPS and make sure that that's at 30. That is your frames per second, and below that, disable Aereo. I believe that's how you say it. Check that box, that way more of your computer's resources can be dedicated to actually recording your screen than going to anything else. So from there, click apply, and let's go next to audio. And audio is where you connect your microphone. If you have a USB microphone and it's already plugged into the computer, this drop down box will recognize it. I'm using an ATR 2100, and that's what this microphone is selection is right here. So drop down, choose that. Below that, where it says force microphone auxiliary to mono, I've gone ahead and click that to keep it to change it to mono. And everything else you can leave as is. Go down here, click apply, and let's move on to hotkeys. The hotkeys are pretty cool because you can assign different buttons on your keyboard to do different actions through the program. For instance, you can choose a button to push to talk, mute or unmute your microphone, or mute and unmute your desktop audio. So, any of these you can change. For now, what I've done is down here where it says broadcasting, to start recording and stop recording, I've chose the one button and the 2 button. That way, as soon as I open up this program, I know I can press 1 and it'll start recording, and whenever I press 2, it'll stop the recording. So on this screen, that's all I've changed, but this is definitely something you can customize to fit you. Click apply. Next, we're going to go to advanced. Now, this is a screen you don't really want to mess with too much because this can make or break the entire program. But the only things we're going to change here is down here in the middle where it says use CFR. Go ahead and check that box. Below it, where it says custom X264 encoder settings, make sure that box is checked. And in the space below that, type in CRF equals 15. Now, if you have a rather modern computer, that setting right there will work for most computers. If you have any problems, go ahead and leave a comment or down below, and we'll try to work through that. But typically, 15 is the number we want to stick to, and which will work for most machines. So from there, we can leave everything else as is. Click apply. Next is quick sync encoder. This we want to leave as is, but let's go down here to microphone noise gate. Now, first what we want to do up here where it says threshold, mine says disable preview, but yours should say enable preview. Click on that, and that'll start this green bar right here in the middle, which is your microphone levels. Now, this is a cool feature because you can set the parameters at which the program will start recording audio and stop recording audio. So all the room noise and the stuff in the background can be kind of eliminated within the program. Now, here's how it works. If I sit still for a second, you'll see my noise floor is about right here. Now, what closed threshold does is whenever the volume gets below the closed threshold, the program will stop recording the microphone audio. And in contrast, open threshold means whenever this bar goes above this point or whatever point I choose, that is when the program will start recording your microphone again. So just kind of use this green bar in the middle to kind of gauge where, in what range your speaking level is going to be and at which range your room noise is at. So close threshold, you want it to be above your room noise right here. And your open threshold, you want it to be below, just right below where your speaking volume is. Let's go and bring that just a little bit lower. But yeah, so again, just to recap, closed threshold is the point at which the program will stop recording audio once the bar gets below that point. An open threshold is where the program will start recording your microphone at. Everything else, enable noise gate. Make sure that box is checked. Click apply, and we're good there. Now that's all the settings we need to change in this for desktop recording. Next, what we're going to do is set up the program to actually start recording your desktop. Now, down here where it says sources, we want to right click and add a source, meaning we can add a place where Open Broadcaster software is going to start recording. So in this case, we're going to add monitor capture. Here you can name it whatever you want to. This one is by default monitor capture 2. Click OK, and it'll take you to this screen. Looking through this screen, I'm running 2 monitors, so I can tell it to record either monitor 1 or 2. We'll go ahead and stick with 2. Everything else you can kind of leave as is to record your entire desktop. If you want to play with this later on, you can actually choose a sub-region, like a partial section of your desktop in order to record, but that we'll cover in another video. But in order to record your entire desktop, monitor capture, and you can leave everything as is. Now click OK. So you have your monitor capture up. You can click preview stream in order to kind of double check your settings. When you click preview stream, you'll see this preview window pop up, and you should see your microphone level start to bounce if you're using a microphone. But at this point, everything on this desktop, this is exactly what's being recorded. You can open up a web page like so, kind of download stuff. You can start audio. And everything is in place. You are now recording your entire desktop with desktop audio and a microphone. All right, so that's it for this quick intro to Open Broadcaster software. If you've got any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll try to answer each one I can. So until next time, have fun.